Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I'd like to share a really fun springy card that I made. It's been kind of rainy and dreary here outside Seattle, so I wanted something bright and cheerful. So I made this, and it's super easy to make, and let me show you how to do it. Standard 5x7 card. I'll show you how to do it. So we start with 2 pieces of white paper that we're going to stamp on. The background paper, this one, I cut to 4.5 by 6.5, and the inside paper, this one's actually smaller than that one, but I cut to 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. I got my mats and layers a little bit bigger, so I cut this one just a little bit smaller because I want a little more of that flower on the outside to show. But you can cut it to any size that you want. So we're going to stamp first. The stamp that I'm using is the Barberton Daisy stamp. This is actually from the sets with the stamps and the dies and the decopauge pads. So it's one of the decopauge flowers, but I love the stamp, so we're going to use that. And we're going to stamp the back one first. So we need to get it up here because I'm going to stamp off the edge. So we're going to put my magnets on the corners. Now you can use any stamping platform. This is the one that I happen to like for this kind of stuff, because you do have to get it precisely in the right spot. So decide what you want to show, which flowers you want to show. And I'm gonna put that, let's see, about like that. And then we'll pick that up. We're going to stamp it with alcohol proof ink. Now I only need to stamp ink the part that's going to show. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, don't pick it up, don't move anything. We're going to put this right on top. And just kind of line it up where you want it, sort of in the center and straight. Put your magnets on there, and now we're going to stamp it again. And that looks pretty good. Now, before you stamp the other side, make sure you wipe your stamp off, because if you pick it up and then move it, it's going to smear. So I'm going to put it on this side, leave the top one on in place, and we're going to get it right on there, just about like that. That is good for the top. So we're going to take that top piece off, and now we're going to stamp the bottom. You just want to make sure you get a really good impression around the edge, because that's where it's going to, in here it doesn't really matter. It's not going to show, but definitely want it right there. And that looks good. Again, that was the Barberton Daisy stamp from the Decoupage collection. I just like the florals in that collection. Okay, now this is going to layer right on top of there. So on this one, I colored the top layer. So you can color either the top layer or the bottom layer. I personally like to color the top layer, so, and just leave that one white. So let's bring my tri-blends in. Just quickly color this up. All right, and that's all the coloring. And now it's just gluing stuff together. So we're going to start with our background mats and layers. So our background first yellow is 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. And take our black layer. This is just 6 3/4 4 by 4 3/4. Just a little bit shy of that actually, but okay. And we're going to put our stamped layer, first stamped layer on. And we're going to glue up our black onto our yellow. So this is just a little over 3 by 5. But we're going to put the black layer, which is 2 7/8 by 4 7/8. Put that on there. Then we're going to put our other layer on that, our other stamped layer. Okay. Now we're going to put this on top of there, but I'm going to raise it up with some foam pads just to give it some dimension, or foam tape or something. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the foam tabs. One, because it helps it stick and not dry out. And two, sometimes it gives you a little bit of wiggle time if you're trying to get it lined up exactly right. So make sure you got it the right way. And then you want to just find where it belongs. Looks pretty close, I think. Press it down and then add your little sentiment on there. Again, I'm going to put some foam pads, some smaller ones. Put your sentiment right in the middle. And we're done. That's it. Nice, fun, springy card. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good day.